Hey y'all, and welcome to the video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for joining me today to see exactly how I, as a beginner, apply my false eyelashes. I'm going to give you my little tips and tricks on how I apply them and how I make them work for me, who is really not that big into false lashes. Like, I don't know the best techniques, but I'm just going to show you what I do as a beginner to make them look really good and acceptable to actually go out in the world and wear them. So if you guys are into these types of videos from me, then please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, it would mean so much, especially because I've noticed in my analytics that over half of my viewers are not even subscribed. So if you're already a viewer, if you would do me the honor and hit the subscribe button, it would melt my heart. And let's go ahead and get into the video. Also, I do want to mention that I do have a Jeffree Star giveaway going on right now. I will have that linked at the top of my description. So if you guys are interested in entering a giveaway, then definitely go check it out. So today I'm actually really honored to be using these lashes today that were sent to me in PR. I am incredibly proud to say that this girl is a really great friend of mine, and she did start a brand new company. That's another reason why I'm making this video, because I just really want to show my support for a friend and show you guys a brand new small business that you can now start buying your lashes from, because this girl has the lash hookup, and I'm so excited to show you these lashes. I will have her website linked down below, as well as her reveal video where she can go into detail explaining the lashes, the meaning behind the names, and all of that. So definitely please go check out the video. Go to the website. They are launching today. I am so incredibly proud of her. You have absolutely no idea. So here it is, you guys. Noella lashes. Like I said, she did send these to me as PR. This might be a biased review because of the fact that she is a really good friend of mine, but also, I mean, come on, these are lashes, and we all know lashes. Well, maybe not everyone knows lashes, but I mean, I've tried several lashes and I've kind of like figured out if they're going to be good quality or not. So we're going to also kind of review and see if these lashes are going to be good or not. Here we have the style Fiona, absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Here we have the style Mia, absolutely in love. I think these are one of my favorites out of the three. And then here we have style Heather, which is a much more natural lengthening one. I think I want to go for something really dramatic. So the dramatic ones out of this group is definitely Fiona. There's a much more groups of hairs here, so they're a lot thicker, and I like me a nice thick lash, so I'm excited about these. So we're gonna go with the Fierce AF because I'm feeling pretty fierce today. We have Christmas decorations, and I'm just really excited about everything. I know it's just Halloween that I'm gonna post this on Halloween, but it's the day before. But I mean, we had to bust out Christmas decor, okay? So here we go. This is the back, by the way, super pretty. And I do want to say that her packaging is going to eventually be super sustainable, but as of now, since it's a startup business, this is what we're working with. I love how the background is this really beautiful sparkle. Like, I just love the background, the thought that she's put into this, because trust me, I've been behind her every step of the way, encouraging her, helping her, and I think she made some really amazing decisions. And again, I'm just so incredibly proud. Now, the very first step that you want to do, which is extremely important, is you want to trim your lashes, okay? Now, let me just show you how ridiculous this would look if you did not trim your lashes. Like, this is just way too long. Let me zoom you in. So we do need to trim just a smidge off, because I don't know if you can tell, but like it doesn't fit my eye completely, so I need to trim just a little bit off. Let me zoom you out. That was ridiculous. Okay, so first thing I want to say is I highly do not recommend these scissors, which also have dog hair on them, because they're not sharp enough. I prefer like a sharper scissor, but my son steals scissors and I never can find them, so I could only find his child scissors. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually trim that very bit of the band in the inner corner so it doesn't poke you. I'm trying to get it to focus here. Now you see the band on this corner here. We want to trim that off and make it pretty much like uniform with the lash, because we don't want that to be poking us in the eyeballs. So trim that off a little bit. I'm sorry it's not focusing very well, but this is what we got going on with the trim. Another thing that I highly recommend is you only take take a little bit off of the ends at a time so you don't overdo your lash, because you don't want them to be way too short and then you messed up and then the lash is just kind of ruined. So I'm just going to start by taking a little bit off, and I'm just going to snip it. See, a little bit off. I feel like I'm doing surgery. And then I'm going to stick it back on my eye and see what I am working with. Okay, and that is actually perfect, that tiny little bit that I did get off. So I'm just going to double check the other side and make sure that it's good, and trim off the little bit at the very front of the lash so it doesn't poke me in the eye. Okay, so obviously you guys are probably like, oh my god, Connor, they're sticking so good to your eye and you haven't put lash glue on them. That's because it's like that glue that makes it stick on here, and that's really good to use for actually shaping them to your eye first. But we're not done. Also, I want to mention, how do you know which lash goes to which eye? Now, when you're looking at them, think of it like this. You're gonna take this off, you're gonna put that on that eye, you're gonna take this off, you're gonna put it on this eye. Also, you can also tell that the inside that's gonna be on your inner corner is going to be a lot smaller than the rest, and it's gonna flare out unless it's the kind of lashes that are more full and thicker and it's pretty much even on both sides, which is pretty much what this one is. This one doesn't have like a complete direct like this and that. So when you are storing your lashes back, make sure you put them in the correct side so you do not forget, because then you will definitely be able to tell, even though most of them are uniform when they're in that style. Just do it just in case, okay? Do it just in case. Okay. So as you can tell, these lashes are gonna look really freaking good. Okay, so I've set them down. I know where they're gonna go. Now I want to kind of bend them to shape a little bit, which it's gonna be kind of hard to get them to be in shape the very first time you apply them, but these can be worn, I believe, up to 15 times. So you're just gonna want to bend them a little bit so it's nice and easy to apply them to the curvature of your actual eye. And we're gonna zoom you in. Now, I know a lot of people will curl their lashes beforehand and put mascara on their lashes, but for me, I have found that curling their lashes just gets in my way. And since I am still like a beginner, even though like I've been doing this all year, putting fake lashes on, I'm still like a beginner, and I've tried to do the curl and mascara beforehand and it still just gets in my way. It doesn't work out. So I've just, for me personally, found that doing that step after putting the lash on is way easier. Now I'm going to use my favorite lash glue. I've used a few and they've been really terrible. This is the Duo glue. I think you can get it at MAC. I remember it was like called MAC Duo eye glue, but I don't see like MAC Cosmetics on here anywhere, so I'm not sure. But when you're looking this up, it's like the Duo eye glue and it says MAC on it. I don't know, but this stuff so good. It was, I think, 10 bucks. I bought it back in April or March, and I still have only used like this much. So this is gonna last you a long time, and it's really good. Now, what you want to do, usually I'll put it on a Q-tip and I'll run it across, but the thing that I've noticed that's a lot better, it makes it tackier and it doesn't make it messy, is I will actually, I hope this zooms, yeah, okay. I will actually put a little bit, like a dot in the center, like that, on the outer corner and in the middle, and then just kind of lightly run across just a little bit. See how it's like just a little bit, kind of a little too much in places. So what I do is I just kind of like, I clean that up a little bit, but then I just run my finger so it just kind of evenly smooths it out. Now this is not like, you know, the best way to do it, but that's what I do, and that's what makes it easy, is that I put it on, and yes, a Q-tip would probably be better, but even then you can't control exactly how much you're putting on, and so I use my finger to just kind of, you know, make it a super light coating, just on the lash band, nowhere else, just the lash band. Okay, so it's not going to take that long to make it tacky, and since there's not a lot of glue, it's not going to have any slippage, so you put it on and it starts to slip. Now it still will do it a little bit, but not like if you had a lot of glue on there, trust me. So I'm just going to put it where I want it, and I'll usually kind of do like the outer corner first and kind of poke it down. And then I will hold it on my inner corner, because the inner corner is where it will pull up the most on me. So I'm not sure if that's how it is for everyone, but for me, the inner corner will pull up the most. And I'll just kind of like very lightly push it and kind of hold it. Now when you get to this step, leave it, okay? Don't touch it anymore. Now, I'm not going to edit what I just did at all because I want you to see like in real time how long it will take like me to like touch it and stuff. So that's why this is not going to be edited in that sense. So now I let that sit. I don't touch it. Now we're going to do this side. I'm going to do this little number where I'm just doing this, get it a nice eye shape, nice eye form, put some glue on it like we just did, a little bit on the end, a little bit there, a little in the middle, and then just kind of run that excess product on the outside of the tube and just do that. Take my finger, kind of like, I guess you could say this is considered like, not considered, but I call it like blotting my lash. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it blotting our lash. So then it's a nice, very thin layer. It's not going to slip around. It's going to be pretty much like the thinnest layer that you could possibly think of. And then you stick it down and then it's not going to like slip and move because there's so much like product in the middle that's not tacky. So literally less is more, you guys. Less is more. Okay. So I'm going to stick it down, do the same thing. And you do want to have it as close to your actual lashes as possible. Now I always have problems with this eye and I don't know why. I think it's because this is bigger and this one's smaller, but I always have a little bit of problem with it sticking on this eye in the inside. But yeah, I think we've got it good. It's poking down, it's staying, and it looks good. Okay, so now we're going to go back to this lash, and this is where I like to take my bottom lashes and my top lashes. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder, and I like to squeeze them together and like make sure that the lash band is as close as humanly possible to my natural lash, because we don't want to see the band, even though you can, and I've kind of figured out how to like hide that recently. So what I'll do is I'll take like a super liquidy liner, like an e.l.f. liner, and I'll put that over there, and then you can't see like the lash band, especially when you use these lashes or any lash in general over and over again. You start to see the like built up glue that you just can't remove. And so I will actually start to paint this on, and it comes off so easily. This stuff, the e.l.f. liquid liner in jet black, and I'll just like run that over, and it's golden. That'll hide like when you can see the lash like lighter band like after you wear them for a while. And then do the same thing over here, just kind of like press them together. Now there's lash tools and stuff, but I've noticed that I can't use lash tools. I can't use the tweezers. I just have to use my fingers. Like I just cannot. I feel like I can't control it very well when I use any kind of utensil, okay? Any tool. So now that I'm feeling they are pretty on there and dry, this is when you take a mascara. It doesn't matter what mascara really, but you definitely want to make sure it's one with like some thickness to it to really just coat the lashes and get it done really quickly. I'm using this Marc Jacobs one that I got in a Sephora's favorite. So I'm just going to lightly run this together. And just kind of press them into the fake lashes, but also coating my lashes so they blend in really nicely. So then when you do this and you're using a thick wand like this, then your lashes automatically just kind of like stick up there, and you don't have to worry about them like, you know, being where you can see that line of lashes and not it being like stuck to this. Now that was my mistake when I first started doing lashes. I would do mascara and it wouldn't like really stay because I wasn't using a good thick wand. So it's kind of drying, and sometimes I'll go and I'll just kind of rub them together just lightly so the lashes will stick to that, which it's okay because it's not going to like rip your lashes out or anything, so don't worry about that. At least I've never ripped mine out, but I just kind of do that so the lashes stay. Now sometimes if I'm feeling super duper fancy, I will actually grab some eyelash curlers and I will carefully, very carefully, and I don't do this often because usually the mascara holds it, but if you're worried about your lashes drooping or whatever during the day, I will take this and I'll put it in the corner first, get it in there so you don't mess up your lashes, and then you can maneuver it over into all of your lashes without like hurting them or anything, and then eventually you have it in there, you're not going to hurt your lashes, and then you do the number. But if you do this step, you want to make sure that your lash glue is dry, because I've made this mistake too. If I don't wait long enough, like I'm saying a good 5 minutes, okay, just in case for any reason it's not dry, it's going to just pull your lash off and you're gonna cry, because I've done that. So that's another step that you can do. And now to finish it off, just what I do so I can, like, you know, instead of like sitting here waiting and doing the next step, if you've noticed, I kind of just like boom, 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 boom. And then when I'm done, then I'll do my lower lash line. I do the Benefit Your Real because I love this so much. I have 2 of these in like the sample size, but they've literally lasted me forever and I can't wait to buy a full size. Now this is what the wand looks like. It's very spiky and it has this like Fifth Element gun looking like spike ball at the end, if you guys know what I mean. I don't know why it's not focusing, but you can see it has that like spiked ball tip. Sorry it's not focusing, but this is great for the lower lash line because you can really get in there and get your lashes done. So I just go in and I lightly do my lower lashes, and yeah, see, the spiky ball is going to be good for right here in the very outer corner where your lash is. You don't want to, like, you know, miss those lashes because those are very important lashes to get, and the spiky ball helps. So here's what the final lash looks like, bottom and top done, and I think it looks really, really good. Again, this is in the style Fiona, which is the more intense, the fuller, thicker lashes, and I think it looks really good. And I have to say, out of all the lashes that I've tried the thicker bands, I've tried really thick bands, I've tried the bands that are clear, and I've tried the ones that are like so super thin that like it's really hard to work with. I think that especially if you're a beginner, these have the like normal sized black bands, so it'll really blend in with your liner, and it's really easy to use to start out with lashes, especially than the ones that are more natural. There's not much of a band and they're really, really hard to like just work with and glue and all that. Like those are really hard for me, and the really, really thick ones are just too thick. And then I don't like the clear bands because then you can see the clear band over the liner, which I do not like. So I think the band on this is like perfect to work with, perfect to use, and like really just put where you want them to be put, and then they look amazing. So let me know what you think. I hope that this helped you, the things that I've explained, because when I've watched other tutorials, I could never get them. So this is just what I've personally done that helps me, somebody that's still new to lashes. Now again, I started doing them this year. That might sound like, oh girl, but you've been doing it for months, you must have it down. I don't work like that. Okay, I don't work like that. So this is just the things that I've been doing. So let me know down below if you decide to try lashes. If you use my tutorial and it works for you, definitely leave a comment down below so I can smile and it will make my day that I helped somebody with their lashes. Also, go check out Noelle's video. Again, go to her website if you are interested in purchasing these lashes. I do have to say I recommend. Now, I'm not saying this on a biased level. I'm saying this as these lashes are actually really good. They're pretty standard when it comes to lashes, but they're also like beautiful at the same time, and they're definitely beginner friendly because of the band. Now, I guess that is it. Support a small business, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!